I have concerns that we don't have a proper inventory of everything that we have in our possession at the library. Certainly, you know, there's a monetary value on these gold coins and these prints, but there's also a bigger value, I think, of historic preservation here that we lost, and I think that, or has been stolen. And I think that, you know, we have to really look at ourselves over the library and realize what do we actually own and how we're going to protect our assets. And I know that I've spoken to the Board of Trustees. They're having a meeting, I think this week. I've demanded they have a meeting. It was in the paper today that I feel they have a fiduciary responsibility.
Because they weren't supposed to have one until September,
no,
so you pushed forward. And
said, I said you need a meeting because they have to bring the trustees up to date and let them know what's in place, what the procedures are, and what do we own as a library. I think that if this was any city department, something like this was going on, I'd be concerned. And in some city departments, I have a lot more control over it. There's a board here, so I work with the board, just like in public health and in the BRA and in the school department, I work with the board. But ultimately, it's my responsibility, I feel, as mayor of the city of Boston, even though there's a board there, it's ultimately my responsibility as mayor of the city of Boston to push for change, reform, and I think that this agency clearly needs to look at reforming their processes and their safety procedures, and not just that, but making sure that we understand what we own and what's in our possession. But I certainly have concerns about not understanding everything that we own in our possession here at the library. And I know that there's been past practices of people saying, well, in the past, and this leadership has been in place for 7 years, so you get some time to put things back on track, but 7 years is a long period of time, so we need to have, I think we should have had at this point, I don't know where the breakdown in communication was, I don't know where the breakdown was, but we should have had and have a better understanding of what we own at the Boston Public Library. We do have the big pieces, we know, but the $600,000 print is not a small piece to
it's not chump change.
No, it's not. And again, the value of the historical value of it is priceless. Now, there's federal investigation going on now. The federal government's involved and the United States Attorney's Office involved. So that is in their court right now, and they're moving forward.
What about the fact that there was this 2012 security report commissioned by the Boston Public Library to find some best practices in terms of dealing with protecting the art? And then the media asked for a copy of this report, and they basically blackballed it and wouldn't reveal it. And then luckily you came forward and said, I'm going to get a copy of it, and I'll give it to you guys.
That'll be released. Yeah, you can't.
I was saying, but that to me is like, listen, you guys lose artwork, that's one thing. Then you don't even know about it for a year. And then when you're going to release that you've totally messed things up, your boss goes off to Europe for a little vacation. You're not even here to deal with the press. And then when you finally come back and you're all relaxed from your pina coladas or whatever you're doing overseas, you come back here and you're going to tell the media that we can't even get a copy of the report. I mean, this again is I can't believe that more people aren't calling for Amy Ryan's.
Well, let me just. Not that I'm a defender of Amy, but as far as her vacation, she had it planned, and I don't think that
Opta.
These pieces.
You are a very smart politician.
These pieces were missing for a while.
You would have not. Don't tell me for a second that you would have kept that vacation. I don't believe you. It's like
I canceled my vacation all winter long.
I figured. Yeah.
Every weekend. That's off again.
With the snowstorms, let's just be clear.
10 feet of snow.